Hey, Gracie girl. Hey, I'm glad you're here today, and welcome to my messy sewing room. Working on Grandma's quilt. Hopefully get the label on it pretty soon. That's what I've been working on. Hey, so I wanted to talk to you about seeds. Have you bought any seeds lately? Yeah, I know, buying seeds is really confusing, but let me help you out. Why is it important to buy seeds to start with? Well, seeds equal food. Food is life. You can only go about 13 days without food. That's what the experts say. So the other important thing about having a seed stock is it creates self-sufficiency. So having seeds means that you're controlling your own food intake. What happens to your food, what chemicals or fertilizers or things that you're using on those plants, you're controlling how that goes. So that's really important stuff to do. Let's talk about some terms you might run into if you start seed shopping. For instance, the word determinate and indeterminate. What does that even mean? Well, determinate and indeterminate most generally apply to tomatoes. So a determinate tomato plant requires little to no staking. It will fruit, or it'll stop growing once it reaches its predetermined height, and all the fruit will be ready at the same time. So for instance, a Roma tomato is a determinate variety. So it will grow, put off fruit that will be green, and all of that fruit will ripen at the same time, which is helpful if you're trying to plan out your canning, but cannot be helpful if you plan to use them over the summer. Indeterminate varieties are the opposite. Indeterminate varieties generally like to vine, and so they'll have to have cages or be staked up, and they continue to produce fruit till frost. So for instance, if a tomato is an early tomato, meaning that it has fruit available and ready to eat earlier in the growing season, its first tomatoes will come off at that date, but then it will continue to put off tomatoes that will ripen over time. And once frost happens and the plant dies, then it quits producing fruit, of course. Some examples of indeterminate tomatoes would be like early girl, beefsteak, or brandywine. Now, some other terms that you may run into while you're shopping is the word hybrid. A hybrid is where they've taken two similar varieties, let's say a purple tomato and a yellow tomato, and they've crossbred them. And now they have this funky colored tomato. There's not really anything wrong with the hybrid tomatoes or other fruit like Yukon Gold potatoes, tender sweet carrots, or early contender bush beans. Those are all great varieties of vegetables. However, you cannot save the seeds to replant them the next year. Heirloom, which is another term you'll run into, it means that it's a variety that's at least 50 years old and has not been crossbred. So the importance of having an heirloom seed is that those heirloom seeds can be saved, can be harvested and saved and replanted the next year. Some examples of an heirloom seed would be like Danvers half-long carrots, green beauty snow peas, bullnose bell peppers. Those are all heirloom varieties. The importance, not only in that the seeds can be harvested and replanted the next year, is that if you properly store the seeds, they can last for centuries. I literally can save my heirloom seeds, and my great, 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 great grandchildren could be planting them. Some of the websites that I like to use to get my seeds, I will share those with you now. And it's important that you know that these websites are all American grown seeds. So the companies I'm going to talk about, the seeds are grown and harvested right here in the United States. My very favorite place to get seeds from is Artistic Gardens. They're located in New Hampshire. And they have a gardening section and they have a seed section. So their seed section is actually called Les Jardins du Gourmet. And I said New Hampshire and they're in Vermont, my apologies. So one of my favorite things, besides the fact that they're heirloom and they're non-GMO, those are important things about seeds, is that they have 2 sizes of seed packets. So this is their normal size seed packets. This is for Welsh onions. And then this one is called a seed sampler. So if you have, for instance, you live in an apartment, Gracie girl, so you only have a patio and windows to grow in. These smaller seed packets, which are, I think, around 50 cents, are great because they only have a few seeds and fulfill the needs that you have in your situation. For your sister Sunflower, she would need the bigger packs because she has a big place to have a garden. They do sell a seed sampler pack that has they have 2. They have one that has all herbs and then one that has all vegetables. And those seed sampler packs are definitely worth the money. Also, the seed sampler packs allow you to try varieties that you've never tried before to see how well they grow where you live. The next seed company, and I don't have any packets of seeds because my packets haven't arrived yet, is Baker's Creek. So their website, I'll put it here on the screen, is called rareseeds.com, and they're located in Mansfield, Missouri. All the seeds on their website are heirloom and non-GMO, so you can rest assured that their seeds are good. And again, you can harvest them, save the seeds, and replant them next year. My last favorite place to buy seeds is from a place in Florida called tomatogrowers.com. They have way more than tomatoes, but they have every kind of tomato you could think of. Now, you have to be careful because they do sell some hybrid varieties, so you have to watch and make sure you're getting heirloom. But their packs are well packaged. Let me show you an example. This is a Brandywine black tomato, and it is an heirloom. So the other seeds that they sell is peppers. They have some other things too, but their biggest 2 products are tomato seeds and pepper seeds, and they have every kind of pepper you could think of. I don't have as many, see here's some radishes. I don't have as many tomato seeds because when Issa Pie was at my house last year for Mother's Day, I gave some of my seed packets to Germ so that he could grow some cool tomatoes. But I do have an order in with them, so that should be here shortly. But yeah, so tomatogrowers.com, these are produced in Florida. You definitely should check them out. All these companies will send you a catalog if you'd like, but of course you can view everything online. It's important to keep a catalog if they send one. I should have brought it over here, but Artistic Gardens has this little catalog and they talk about different things and they give you some suggestions and things like that. So those catalogs are really valuable tools to keep from year to year. So, well, that's how you decide what kind of seeds you need. Now, soon in a video, we'll talk about how many seeds and what kind of seeds you specifically need for your specific area. So while I'm shooting that video and getting that ready to put out, you need to go onto the USDA website and look up what zone you live in so that you'll have that information ready when I put out the next video. Okay, Sugar Bee, go on out there and get you some seeds. You know I love you. Bye.